Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve G, and what we have this time is the Hatsukokoro. I'm going to mess this up, but Ryuhyo, my apologies, SG2 Gyuto 2 10mm knife. Pardon the white versus gray. Didn't have enough gray paper in the printer and just looked through my list here, and this was white, so we're just going to go with it. So this is a very interesting knife with a lot of character to it. It is all stainless. The core steel is SG2, full stainless steel. That's a powdered metallurgy steel. They've taken it to a pretty high heat treat of 62 to 64 Rockwell. That means it's going to have very good edge retention. Sharpening this stuff is reasonable if you've got decent performing sharpening equipment or sharpening stones. Reasonably aggressive. It'll sharpen up. It takes a little bit of extra work, but it'll retain a very nice edge and will take a really sharp edge if you do your part. The cladding is multi-layered stainless in a Damascus pattern. They've done an acid etch to it to make the different metals pop, and then they've done some polish to it as well. There's an actual texture to it when you run your fingers across it. It's visually textured as well as just a little bit with feel, so it's a really cool looking blade. The weight and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 147 grams or 5.2 ounces. Handle is octagonal ebony. I'll give you a close-up of that later. Edge length on this one's about 217 millimeters, so oversized, about 8.55 inches. And the overall length's about 360 millimeters or 14.2 inches. These are thin knives. Not super stiff, a little bit more stiffness to the back, but very thin. I got about 2 millimeters thickness at the back on the spine, then about 1.65 halfway down, and pretty much it just holds that until it starts thinning out as it's ground down towards the edge. I'm sorry, towards the tip and the edge. Nice thin tip on this. Again, this is a high performance, I'll call it a laser category blade. There's your edge thinness there, choil shot, very thin knife. So this will be a very high performance knife. Plenty of blade height, about 48.35 on this sample. You've got a fairly wide neck, but again, it's a fairly tall blade, so there's plenty of space there for your finger. Got a little bit of a kind of a sharp curve, but there's a little curve there on the choil end of the neck. Let's get a beauty shot of this guy. So we've got some etched kanji on the right side. Tells you SG2 for the steel. And then hopefully you can pick this up. You can see these just textures there from a physical and visual standpoint. There's your cladding. There's your core steel. This is just a really cool looking knife. Here is the left side of the blade. Everyone definitely is going to be unique. The edge does have a little polish to it there, or the core steel. Fit and finish is nicely done. They have taken a little, they haven't done much polish to the spine, but they've taken a little bit off the corners, and they've taken a little bit off the corners, a little bit of polish on the choil end of the neck, so it's comfortable. These are very sharp out of the box. I'll give this a 7 out of 10 on my scale, which is very, very good. So pull it out, start using it. Handle is octagonal ebony. It's a fairly dense wood, and it's a light blade, so the balance point is going to be a little further back on this one. It's right about on this one and there. So if you pinch grip it, the pinch point will be a little in front of the handle as far as balance point goes. So it'll be just a touch handle heavy, but it's still a pretty darn light blade. Let's see what this looks like on the cutting board. All right. Every knife may not be this exact edge profile, but it gives you an idea. So with this one, we've got pretty much just rolls smoothly into a stop in the back half of the blade. There's really not any kind of back curve to it. It just rolls into a stop. It's a gentle stop, so it's not a slam to the heel, which means that'll be nice for rocking. So you've got a good chunk of the blade here, maybe 40%, 35-40, that's flat for chopping. And then the tip's fairly low centerline wise, so let's see how far we get here. Actually getting pretty darn high. So with this, the way they ground the tip here, I'm getting up there. So this will rock very nicely. You can do tip draws with it, push-pull cuts, glide cuts, definitely chopping towards the back. So this is a very versatile profile for all kinds of techniques, I should say. So if you're looking for something very unique looking, high quality, really nice steel, thin laser style performance blade, this is a great combination. This is the Hatsukokoro Ryuhyo, sorry, SG2 Gyuto 2 10mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.